Welcome back to teleSUR English. We go once again to Russia as President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, continues to hold different bilateral meetings, in this case with the President of Mongolia, Ukhnaagiin Khürelsükh. He is entering the official room at the Kremlin. We have seen President Vladimir Putin holding different bilateral meetings. In this case, a meeting between Russia and Mongolia. Let's recall that the leaders from around the world have been arriving in Russia ahead of the 80th anniversary of Victory Day, to be celebrated on May 9th. We reiterate, we are looking at images between for the bilateral meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and the President of Mongolia, Ukhnaagiin Khürelsükh. Once again, we reiterate that what we are looking at are different images of one of the latest bilateral meetings being held by the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Let's recall that we have seen different leaders from around the world.
Mr. President, friends,
Let's listen
you
to President Vladimir Putin.
Milestone anniversary, 80th anniversary of the victory in the Great Patriotic War, and I'm very glad to see you personally attending these solemn celebrations. Our countries have shared heroic chapters in our history. We celebrated 85th anniversary of our joint victory over Japanese militaries on the Khürelsükh River. Together, we celebrated these milestone events during my visit to Ulaanbaatar. Russia appreciates our cooperation with Mongolia during the Great Patriotic War, and when the Japanese Imperial Army was defeated in 1945, and squadron of Mongolian forces and tank platoon also fought on our side and helped us to achieve victory. Mongolian army also participated in our military operation against the Japanese troops. We remember all of this, and we appreciated a lot the relations of the comprehensive strategic partnership with our neighboring country, with our friendly country, is one of the priorities of our policy. We maintain dialogue. The heads of government meet regularly. We have mechanisms of consultations between our foreign ministries. We have cooperation in the matters of security. We have interparliamentary ties. We develop cooperation in culture and education. Mongolia is an important trade partner for us. The trade turnover grew by 17.5%, and in the first 2 months of this year, it increased by 25%. We always respond to the requests by our Mongolian friends of various kinds, including on pretty sensitive topics, including the cooperation in the field of nuclear energy. We are very happy to see you. Welcome. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. Vladimir Putin, President of the Russian Federation, I'm very happy to meet you. As per your invitation, I traveled to the hero city of Moscow to participate in the solemn celebration to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the victory in the Great Patriotic War. The Great Patriotic War is one of the vital, essential victories for the entire mankind to ensure peace and stability across the entire globe. It's a vital victory for the entire mankind, and we shared all the hardships of that war during the most difficult years, and we will never forget this. The great patriotic war and the historic victory in that war must not be distorted. The history must not be distorted, because it is an important milestone for our both countries. And addressing you, the President of the Russian Federation, and the entire people of Russia, I would like to congratulate you on this milestone event, on the victory in the Great Patriotic War, on behalf of the entire Mongolian people. And Mongolian troops are going to participate in the military parade to celebrate the 80th anniversary of the great victory. It's been 80 years since that victory. Our forefathers, our ancestors, shared all the hardships of that difficult war, and we also fought together in other conflicts, and we stood side by side during those times. And since the very first days of the Great Patriotic War, the Mongolian people stood together with the people of Russia, and we overcame that difficult period, and we did everything we could to survive back then. And the Mongolian Tank Brigade and Mongolian squadron, air squadron, participated in the hostilities, and the Mongolian people also helped generously with the supplies, helped the Russian people to ensure the victory in that war, providing everything it could, and the Mongolian people is grateful to the Russian side for making such a huge contribution to this victory. Also, last year we celebrated the 85th anniversary of our joint victory in the Battle of Ukhnaagiin in 1939. And during that battle, to celebrate this anniversary, you made a historic trip to Mongolia, which laid a stronger foundation to develop and broaden the relations between our countries, the relations of strategic, comprehensive level. And during that visit of yours, we held talks. During that talks, we discussed all the items on our bilateral agenda on how we can implement all the agreements between us in practice. And there are a few questions that we need to discuss with you. And the first matter is the hydroelectric power plant.
We're looking at yet another bilateral meeting in Russia between the President of Russia, in this case, and the President of Mongolia. We will continue to bring you all the information regarding what is happening in Russia ahead of Victory Day. Stay tuned with teleSUR English.